Cheers! Welcome to my channel. This is a bonus new moon for the month of December tarot oracle reading. And Aquarius, you are the star of this astrological insight. Do you want to come up here, Stella? My cat wants to be the star. Okay, it's okay. You can come up, but you have to be good and sit still. Sorry about that. So if your sun sign is not Aquarius, then we still all have a little bit of Aquarius in us. And if you have your birth chart, what house is that energy in? And that is where this will show up for you. My goal is to provide valuable information. To empower you. I already shuffled, but I just wanted to give a quick little shuffle here and the underlying energy from the bottom of the deck, and we will begin. So, the Hangman. The Hangman is the underlying energy for this reading. So the Hangman is hanging from the tree of knowledge. They want balance in their life, so they're trying to, they're mulling over an issue or something that's going on in their life. And they're hanging from the tree of knowledge upside down because they want to gain an entirely different perspective. And so this energy, once they get the enlightenment, then they will come down from the tree and they will take action using this new perspective. So a new moon, new perspective. This new moon is in Sagittarius, so it's about adventure and learning. And so that's kind of the energy of waiting until you really understand, okay, which direction do I want to go in? I want to go in a new direction, but what is that and how best to implement that? Then we have the energy of the Ace of Pentacles coming in. So this is when you are meditating and praying like this, then the universe and God step in with a reward for you. And this is taking the time to make sure that you are on the correct path, like on the path that you were intended to, your purpose. And this is a reward for staying on that path. So this is really awesome energy, Aquarius. So this card is the underlying energy for the what ifs. The what ifs are internal forces. This will be the bottom part of the spread here. And this energy is about what you have control over, like your reaction or lack of it, and responding instead of reacting to the energy around you. And, you know, I'm getting implement a new energy into an old problem kind of energy. So that's typical Aquarius energy. Aquarius energy is all about experimentation, doing things new. And we moved into the age of Aquarius from Pisces in around 2020. And this is baby steps moving into Aquarius. But we're really starting to notice now in 2025, the energy towards the end of this year has been AI. And so it's about learning to do things in a different way by implementing technology, observing what happens, and then if it worked for you, doubling up on that. And if not, well, that was a good experiment, like not beating yourself up about it, not getting all worked up about it. Just, okay, it's time to try something else that's new then. That's the energy of Aquarius. And it's also talking about the energy that we're moving out of at 2025. The new moon comes in around the 19th or 20th, depending on if you're talking Universal Time or North American Time. And this energy is from 9 energy, 2 plus 2 plus 5 equals 9. And this is talking about we're coming not just to a new year, but basically to the end of a 10-year cycle. And 2026, 2 plus 2 plus 6 equals 10. And that breaks down to a 1. And that energy is talking about, okay, you're going to adopt the new. In 2026, it's time to be innovative and let go of the old ways and move forward. My cat doesn't want to move forward. She's helping, but she's not helping. Okay, lie down and go to sleep, Katie. That's a good girl. So we have the energy coming in is the Three of Pentacles. So this is talking about someone who's mastered their skill set and other people want to collaborate with you. This energy is you're elevating in your position. So you could have been someone who was studying, like going to school, and now you have the papers, if you were apprenticing, or this can represent having, passed the test and you now get a promotion at work, that kind of energy. So this is talking about you putting your energy into mastering whatever skill set you wanted to master. And now that's paying off and the offers are coming in and you're trying to decide which is the best offer. So this is really awesome energy. The Three of Pentacles means people want to collaborate with you. On the other side of this, recognize that not everybody that wants to collaborate with you is necessarily in alignment with what your path is. So make sure that, before you collaborate with others, that you make sure that you're in alignment with their values and they're in alignment with yours. And this, because this card sometimes represents for me, this is a stonemason working on the building here. And this can represent secret societies and them wanting, the good news is you're very good at what you do and you're being recognized. Just making sure that the people that you work with are people that you actually resonate with. And then we have the energy of, yes, you're at the Nine of Cups here. So the Nine of Cups is like one cup away from being, at the ultimate fulfillment of abundance and love and everything you love. Like this represents, I love my home. I love my family. I love my children. I love my wife. I love my husband. I love the country I'm in. I love the location I'm in. I love my work. I love, love, love. Having said that, this is a wishing, this is a card about wishing for something to get that 10th cup. And so wishing means you don't have the total fulfillment yet. And so this is talking about stay in the game, stay focused. Don't let other people distract you from where you're going. If you're not sure of whether or not you want to collaborate with certain people, then Stella, please don't do that. You're making it difficult to do the reading. Yeah, that's the energy of being someone making it more difficult actually for you than it seems. And so this energy, yeah, thank you, Stella. So this energy is talking about, if you wish for something, it means you don't have it. And if you get distracted right now, this card is saying many a race is lost in the last lap. So don't let outside influences distract you right now. And we are moving into the holiday season full force now. You'll notice, like from this point onward until probably around the 5th of January, you're not going to get a lot done in business anyway. So you may as well prepare for what you want to do in the coming year. And this is a good time to, if you've been thinking about starting something new, really looking into it. Like if people want to collaborate with you, look into them. Like find out who are these people, what do they want, and make sure that you read the fine print in any contracts, and that you are very aware of what they want and what you want, so that if it doesn't fit you and what your path, because this is a reward for following your North Star from the universe. Your North Star is the direction that you were put on this earth to go on, this path here. And if you verge off that path, you won't get this reward. And possibly they will instead. It's that kind of energy. So just making sure that you stay in the game, you stay focused on your path. And then we have the King of Cups here. So these cups quite often do represent love, but they can also be about what you love. And the pentacles represent health, wealth, happiness, abundance in all ways on the earth. So the King of Cups, this is about earth, and the cups is about water, basically emotions. This King of Cups is holding a cup of love. And so the King of Cups is the most emotionally available of all the kings. There's 4 of them in the Minor Arcana. And he is very well respected because he really has good control of his emotions. he's sitting out in a slab here on his throne in the middle of troubled water, and he's not bothered by it. He's just sitting there waiting for the right time to make the right movement. And so he kind of goes with the flow, and he doesn't react out of emotion. He's the most loving, like, the kind of partner that would shower you with love kind of energy. And so this is, if that's something you've been looking for, and he's ready to take action. His right foot is on the edge of this platform here. So that's just representing the right side of his body. He's ready to move forward at a moment's notice when the time is right. And so we have the Five of Wands. And so the Five of Wands is talking about competition. And this is, so the King of Cups, this is an archetype. So the King of Cups can represent a male in his masculine energy, but this can also be a female in her masculine energy. And perhaps the king, because of course, like, he's emotionally available, he's handsome, he has the pentacles, he's a wish come true, basically. And having said that, there's a lot of competition for him. So he could choose anyone he wants, really. And except for when it comes to love, basically. And so this card is talking about, there's a lot of competition here for this position that possibly you're being offered, or it could be there's a lot of competition for this person that is viewing you with a cup of love. And so this energy can be immature at times. This is my Mean Girls card. So it represents, that energy of narcissistic cheerleaders who will win at all costs. And if they don't, their mothers will. That's the energy, yes. And this is causing burdens. So this could be burdensome for this king. This may be like he's tired of this energy of the competition. And he's really not in competition anyway. And it's kind of like the energy of people thinking they can sway him, but he's not. He's in control of his emotions. And this is about putting burdens down. So this could represent, because this is your internal boundaries. So you could be this King of Cups that's looking to give his cup of love. And he finds this competition burdensome now. Maybe at one point when he was younger, it was fun, but now it's kind of like, what's coming up here is there's like the way he's sitting here is with the feet facing out. So this energy can talk about someone that when your feet are facing out like this, it means you're leaking energy. And so he may find this kind of energy really something that his upper body language is closed to it. And so it's kind of like, it's not what it seemed great maybe at one point when he was younger, but now that's not what he's looking for. And it's not a wish come true, that kind of energy. It's kind of shallow is what I'm getting. The energy is shallow. And he likes to go deep with his emotions. So this is about being passionate and putting down any burdens that, letting go of some of these wands. So this could be some of the competition that you maybe were unknowingly in with for the King of Cups, or you're the King of Cups that is saying like, I don't want to be with the competition, the people that are competing for my attention. I want to be with a certain person, and that could be you. And they've come to, make sure that they're in alignment with what you want, then if they are the King of Cups. And also this energy is talking about putting some burdens down. You're almost home. See, and that's the energy again. We have like the Nine of, whether you get this Nine of Cups energy or like whether this wish comes true is going to depend on understanding what you need to put down and what you need to take on your on this path. And I'm feeling like it's, new, like, so it's new. So it's, you're going to want to put some of these wands down, maybe 5 of them, half of them, and then just keep what the actions that you want to move forward with. That's kind of the energy coming up. Yes, and the Knight of Wands is coming in then. So you notice how this is all about action here, and this is about kind of making a decision. Like, what are you wishing for? People are interested. There's a lot, like there's a lot of competition for your energy. Having said that, you're not emotionally available to much of that competition, and you don't really want to have anything to do with it. Your mind is focused. You're focused totally on the action of moving forward what's close to your heart with this cup of love. And so this is the Knight of Wands coming in, passionate, a rebel with a cause, someone that loves the mysteries of life. This is someone that likes adventure and is passionate about what they do. And in the past, they may have been quite hot-headed. Like, look at the big red plume on their helmet there. And so this represents someone that, they can be really fiery. They have this tunic on with the salamanders on it, and a circle represents being protected from fire. Being protected from their emotions, basically. He's reining his horse in, and it's bucking. It wants to go faster, but he understands that he has to rein his emotions in to be able to get what he wants, so that he takes the proper action, like not acting out of excitement or anxiety, but acting out of a place of calm. My cat is really wired up from this energy. She's been kind of a pain in the butt, actually. But she likes to hang out she was sound asleep, and I started this reading, and she was like, I got to be there to have such a wonderful helper. So this is the Empress energy coming in. So yes, this king looks at you as if you're an empress, or if you're, you are the king, you are going after your empress. And so this is the energy of, again, male, female. This could be a male in their feminine energy, as well as a female in their female energy, or feminine energy, sorry. So the empress is all four queens rolled into one. And so that's how the king feels about this empress. And that's what he's so passionate about. And he is... in this energy, the Empress is in the energy. She's generator, she's the magnet, and he's the electricity. And it's kind of like he wants to plug in, and sparks will fly. That's the kind of energy. This is about having a lot of love and passion, and at the same time, it being maybe you're in the same career field, or it doesn't necessarily have to be in the same, but that you understand each other because you're both kind of in that, in a leadership role, basically. That's the energy that's coming up. So the Empress, because she's sitting on her throne and she's pregnant with possibility, and this could be like, this person may say, I want her to have my children. I want to impregnate the Empress. That's who I want to be with. And it doesn't have to mean a pregnancy, but this card sometimes does represent, that there could be a pregnancy, and there's lots of wands here and lots of passion. So if you don't want to be pregnant at this time, take care of it. That's the energy coming in. There's a lot of potential for that here, but it also is a lot of potential for your career and, your lifestyle and all of that, and living the life that you've always wanted to live, that you've always wished for. This energy is like someone who understands the value of money, understands the value of love, is emotionally available, but steady. The wheat here represents someone that, they plant their seeds and then they nurture it, but they count on nature to do a lot of the work for them. They know that if it's meant to grow, it will grow. And that's kind of the energy, that very intuitive and also able to use their logic along with that. So this is a really steady partner, and so is this, actually. And then, look at this. We have the Page of Wands. So this is the energy for defining the external forces. So who does the King of Cups want to be with? The Empress. And he's had his eye on her from the past. So this is a younger version of the Knight of Wands. Is the Page of Wands when he was younger, probably began working for the king. He's delivering the message of passion, and he is very focused on his wand. This can represent like passionate energy, sometimes thinking with the little head instead of the big head. he's got a feather in his cap, but now it's grown to this. So the pages used to start working for royalty around 7 to 14, and they would do small, errands around the palace and tasks. And then if they grew up and they could afford a horse, then they could become a knight. And so this energy is a mature version of this energy. So that's really interesting, right? So we have that energy coming in now regarding you. It's more mature, but that energy has been there in the past. And so this could be someone that you've known since, you were in kindergarten kind of age, that kind of energy. It doesn't have to be. It could just be that maybe you met in passing or something before this, and nothing came of it. And now it's in a different energy, it's a more mature energy. So that, or if it's a project that you love and that you want to move forward, this is an energy of now you have, as the King of Cups energy, the ability to handle this energy. You can rein your emotions in, like the King of Cups. And maybe in the past you couldn't do that so much. So that's the energy of the external forces coming in. The external forces, you can tell it's an external force if you're asking what the EF, what the EF happened. I didn't plan for this. Why am I feeling like this? Why am I so passionate about this? That kind of energy. And it's kind of like destiny. It's a gift from the universe. And the Empress is going to benefit anyone in their life. If you have an Empress in your life, they are there to empower you. And so this energy, for some reason, the external forces felt like they were in a mental prison and they couldn't move forward. And they may still feel this way. This is talking about duty-bound energy. So this could be someone that, in the old days, okay, or even now, if you're a king, then you're expected to marry a certain type of person, because you have to take into account your kingdom and the needs of all the people in the kingdom and protocol and all of that. So this is trapped in your thoughts, but this card, it's being trapped in your thoughts and then not being able to move forward, being trapped in your physical life. Sometimes this can even represent prison, actual jail or prison. But this is also representing being duty bound and knowing that you can't always have what you want. This one wand is wanting to step forward. You notice the one foot stepping forward here and here. So this energy is talking about external forces stopping this King of Cups to be able to do what they want, or in the past to do what they want, because these 8 swords are behind them and there's only one sword here. And so they could just look at this energy. I mean, this person could just walk forward, and now they may have been sitting in a lot of emotional water and now it's just a puddle and their right foot is already on dry land. So that's the kind of energy. Maybe, okay, come, sweetie, come here. Sorry, my cat is just really being difficult. Like a cat. So this is, okay, so this energy, now that we have the Death card, which is a card of transition, this card has been coming up a lot, and I feel it's because we're moving from that energy I was talking about, not just from 2025 to 2026 is not just moving from one year to another. So a lot of people are feeling it really intensely. And this new moon is in Sagittarius. It's about wanting to take action. And it's about adventure, wanting to take action on the new. And it's also the light at the end of the tunnel. And so this is also talking about the solstice, the longest night, the shortest day. But you can start seeing the light peeking out here. So this card is sometimes scares people, but it rarely means an actual death. It means the king has been trampled. And his crown has fallen off. And so that's the energy of possibly this king has decided, I don't care, I'm going with my emotions. I'm not even going to think about it anymore. I know this is what I want. I'm taking action. You notice, like, this is all action. This is all Sagittarius new moon energy. So this is really saying, like, we had a new full moon on December 4th, and that was in Gemini, and that's that kind of this or that energy, you know, the twins trying to decide. Like, Gemini sometimes have challenging time deciding, like, even the simplest tasks, and that energy. And so this is kind of like, this card to me is saying that, no, I'm done with that energy and I am moving forward. And perhaps there was some sort of energy where you felt duty bound to certain people. And now you're like, I'm doing what I want to do. I'm doing where I'm following my passion. And it's a cup of love. So it's passionate about love. And then, okay, so here we have this energy. So this card quite often is talking about a thief, but they're stealing in broad daylight. So they're pretty brazen. And look at, there's the two swords there. And I feel like that represents the two people, you know, in this energy, the Empress and the King of Cups. And so this can be this is a walking contradiction, because this person is looking backwards, and they've taken these 5 swords but they've planted 2, and they're looking backwards, but they're moving forward, and they're not looking where they're going. So this energy could be a thief stealing these from the village behind, or it could be they've taken them not because they're a thief, but because they don't want to have to fight anymore, and they just want to move forward into this energy. And that kind of, I feel like that's more what this is about. This still is shifty. This is the shift disturber. So this card is someone doing what they're doing, but maybe not for the reasons that you think they are. So keep that in mind. That energy is always kind of shifty and sneaky. It means, again, if you're going to move forward in a new, innovative way that you haven't before, make sure that you dot your I's, cross your T's, you know, read contracts thoroughly, have lawyers look over them, experts that know more than you do about, you know, certain things, if it's a business. And even in love, if it's someone that is new for you, you want to make sure you get to know them, is what's coming up. Make sure you know that you're in alignment with them. Because even if someone's an empress and highly sought after, and there's a lot of suitors, you know, that are asking this person out, it doesn't necessarily mean that's the right one for you. And that's kind of the energy coming up. And then we have the Knight of Swords coming in. So this is, fools rush in. Notice how the rebel with a cause is reining their emotions in and controlling them. The horse isn't being allowed to run. And this could be a horse that got away. And, you know, we're moving from the year of the snake into the year of the horse. So we're shedding, you know, and we're shedding a lot. We're shedding a whole decade. And I feel like this energy is rushing into us. And I feel like the energy of the new moon and the solstice being together is really going to bring some significant change quickly. And like, this could be very uncomfortable change, because a lot of times it depends how much do you like change. But Sagittarius new moon is ushering in, like, hey, let's go on an adventure. And so this card can say fools rush in. Make sure, get to the point. Make sure you know, what is the point of this? What is this person doing? Is this a sneaky thief? Or is this someone that actually has an innovative mind, possibly, and has figured out, you know, that kind of, like, wants to do something new and do it in the new way. And this is about, like, rushing in to do it. Like, look at the horse. Look how stressed out the horse is. Look at this horse. This horse ain't stressed out. This horse is just frustrated because it wants to go. And this horse is, you know, bringing in the shift, the change. This horse is very calm. It's, you know, it's not racing in like this horse. having said that, maybe if this transition has happened, now it's like time to, okay, let's move. That kind of energy. I'm taking action. I'm passionate. I'm doing it. I've thought about it. I've been trapped in this energy, and now I'm moving forward. And then we have the Page of Pentacles coming in. So this ushers in the communication from this pentacle, that the reward. So this is about, yes, do your due diligence, make sure you're staying on your path, do things in a new way. This is a gift of passion and a renewal of wanting, really, really being excited. So this could just be, I'm so excited, I can't wait to get there kind of energy, and so there's a message now coming in regarding this pentacle. And this is something you've wanted since you were young. It's that same page energy. And so this is something kind of like a wish come true from when you were young. That's the energy. So it's going to be, it's going to be very, it's something you're going to be very enthusiastic about. And notice how like the red around here and like similar to this energy, right? And then look at, that's a red hat on this individual. So that's the energy coming in, is it's passionate, and this energy might just be about the innovation. And look at, he's wearing red, and so I feel this is making the decision, a decision that you wouldn't normally make, that might surprise other people because you've gone through some sort of transition. This is outside though. This is some sort of external force coming in towards you. Having said this, this could be you making this decision because of the external forces around you have changed you. And, you recognize you don't want to be trampled if you're the king. You want to keep your crown on your head. But you, at the same time, you recognize the only way you're going to be able to do that is to shift your energy. And, history is rampant with stories of royal, emperors and empresses. Like, you look at the Romanovs and how they didn't see, the emperor, he didn't see the energy coming at him. He didn't recognize it for what it was, that there needed to be change. And because he didn't implement that on time, it cost the whole family, they were imprisoned, and eventually they were assassinated. So that's the kind of energy, like it's important to make this change. That's the energy, like having an innovative spirit and passion coming in. So I'm going to clarify this. I hope you're enjoying this reading. It's really interesting to me. If you do, please do like and comment. And it really does, help me build my channel. Do you want to go down and get that card for me, Stella? My oracle cards that I'm using to clarify are Tales from the Vector. And this is courtesy of the Intergalactic Federation of Light. And when I shuffle them, I've just found doing these readings that they just jump out. And this is the card that jumped out, so we'll get to that in a second. This oracle is something I started in 2007, and I completed the 64th painting in 2020. And so now I've had these cards out before at psychic fairs for several years in my seminars, but now I am bringing them out on the internet so I can work with you to write up the book, and then I'll bring out the actual deck. My website is talesfromthevector.com, TAILS from thevector.com. If you want to go there after this reading and take a look, I have the numbers on these cards are not the numbers of the paintings in the order that they are on my website. And you can also, I will have them in the description box below, listed in the order that they appear, so you know which ones to look for. Sometimes they say a picture is worth 1,000 words. So the card that came flying out, and my cat's really annoyed now, she just left. She can't believe that I dumped her off my lap to go pick up that card. It flew across the room, and it's mother's worry. So someone's mother is like really worried about this energy. Or you're a mother and you're really worried about this energy. But it's talking about the mother load. So I feel like this is like a lot of energy coming in. And because if a mother doesn't see a strong future for their child, then who is going to? And mothers are taught to worry. That's this energy here. And perhaps that's the energy you've been taught to worry. And also this energy is like quite often when we're younger and we're raised, we'll say, I'm not going to raise my children like my parents. I am not going to be like my mother. And then one day you're looking in the mirror once you have children and you realize, oh my gosh, they don't come with a manual. And you assume, hey, after the first one, I'll figure it out. But you don't, because they're never the same and they have different needs and you can't treat them all the same. And that's the energy that I'm picking up. So this is, mirror, mirror, or magic mirror, depending on which version you remember. Magic mirror on the wall. I've become my mother after all. So I'm starting to realize that maybe the energy that you've been operating under has been conditioning, from like your subconscious mind. And it's time to take a look. And I feel like this is saying, because it flew across it, like into the middle of my living room. And it's like the energy of, you need to make this change. You can't do things in the same old way and expect a different result. And I feel like, how they talk about the earth being called Mother Earth? I think Mother Earth is saying, I'm putting my foot down. And, this is the energy. And right now we're seeing a lot happening, and my heart goes out to everybody. There's been a lot of talking about water. Unfortunately, in the state of Washington and also in British Columbia in Canada, it's just horrible flooding. So, it's really we had a similar situation back in 2021 here. And it's devastating for a lot of people. So my heart goes out to you and all the best to you, especially at this time of year. It's like really, really challenging energy. So the underlying energy for the Ace of Pentacles is being clarified as destruction. So this is talking about progress in motion. Like sometimes we have been doing things on the earth, and we call it progress. And is this progression what we're in right now? That's the energy. Like, sometimes like when these disasters happen that come, from nature, like that's when you realize like there's some things you just can't control, and you have to know what you can control or not. And that's this energy coming in here, is talking about being able, like the internal boundaries, having really strong internal boundaries at this time, because the energy is very emotional and watery right now. We have the Tower. So this energy is representing, in my oracle, it's from divorce, but it's the allegory of Plato's cave, which is when people are they're in a cave and they're held prisoner and they can't turn and see each other or anything. All they can see is the wall in front of them. And all that is reflections from the like shadows, right? So they don't really see how things really are. They see how things have always been. And then one of them escapes. And he gets out and he's like, oh my gosh, this is a beautiful world. And then he comes back to let them all know. But he's blinded by the light, when he comes back in, like by the darkness, he can't see because he's been out in the light. And they all think, oh, he's blind now because he left and he can't convince them to change their ways. That's the kind of energy coming in. So the worst divorce is from source. That's the energy. And then we have Temperance. So this is about having the patience for your wishes to come true, having the devotion to your path. Temperance is also Sagittarius energy. Really interesting, because Sagittarius is not known to be the most patient of all the signs. They like adventure and, action, that kind of energy. But this is talking about because you've been patient and you've waited until the time is right and until you're mature enough, I'm getting to handle it. that this love is coming in for you. This partner or this energy is coming in, so that and you will be able to handle your emotions now. In the past, you wouldn't have. It's so much energy. That's what I'm getting. And then we have the star. And so you, like, this is talking about, this is something that you've wanted since you were a child, and maybe when there was a shooting star, you wished upon it. And so this is talking about that time of when you were innocent in that way, and you just felt like, well, all I have to do is wish upon the star. Finally, that energy is coming into you. And then we have pride. Yeah, so this could be, the karmic space of pride is basically, having all or nothing kind of energy. Like it has to be this way or that way. And about And speaking, are you wanting to come back up here now? Are you back? Come here then. Don't be such a pain. No, I'm not chasing after. She wants me to chase after her because she's upset that I dumped her off my lap. So that's the energy. You see what I'm saying? That's my cat, in her cat wisdom, usually has something to add. And usually she sits on my lap and she purrs, but she's not in the mood for purring right now. So what's that about? Oh, because this is the energy being tempted by a lot of competition, by a lot of choices, by a lot of actions, and now putting that energy down. And this isn't necessarily, this is talking about, like the devil's not going to tempt you with all that's ugly in the world. The temptation energy comes in because it's something very desirable to you, and it's something that you want. And when you're younger, that's kind of like, hey, that's okay. You need to be in this place. Okay, you can come up. You can come up. Sit on my lap and be a good girl. Yeah. Yeah, you purr. That's your job, to purr. So persuasion, persuading people with what's beautiful, and getting, like, again, this is saying, stay on your path. Don't let outside forces, these external forces, don't let them change your direction that you're headed, because you're headed in the right way. When the devil energy comes in, this energy is not something you're going to get the truth from. So I always cover it with the next card to see what the devil has to send a minion in to do their dirty work for them. They don't do their own dirty work. So, or God steps in and stops it from happening. And so what is it? The battle star comes in. Okay. So this is about having the courage to stay on your path and to fight temptation. That's basically what it is. Bottom line right there. Being mature, like not being too impulsive, not giving in to your impulses. Thank you. You're a good girl, Stella. Good girl. That's a good girl. So this is about, fighting for what is, if you're going to fight, then fight for what is on, like being on your own path. And then we have deception. Yeah. So this is, that's what this is talking about. The biggest deception is that there's a war between men and women. There's not a war between men and women. We all have masculine and feminine energy within us. And when that masculine energy is strong and that feminine energy is strong, like in the Empress, then you're like a magnet. You attract, you're in alignment. And when it's not, you attract energy that is, not beneficial to you. It might be really tempting, but it's not beneficial. So this is the energy, of reining in your emotions, being more mature. And then we have from the bottom of the deck for the Empress is, yes, okay, so expectations create limitations. You're not going to get an Empress by being foolish. And so when the Fool starts their journey they're at the 0 point in the major arcana, and that's the very beginning of this new cycle. And what this is saying is, if you have expectations of how this is supposed to go, and you rely on those expectations always create limitations. And what this is saying, maybe the universe, this is the energy I'm getting, like maybe this is a pentacle, and pentacles are abundance, and they also represent money. And maybe you're saying, oh, I want to have like $100,000, and you're asking the universe for that, and the universe is saying 100,000. I was going to add 2 more zeros to that before the decimal point. And you're like, whoa. And you may have noticed when you look at your bank statement, if there's a couple more zeros before the decimal point, that is a lot of money coming in. It's a lot more abundance. And so that's the energy that, like, if the universe might be trying to offer you $1 million and you're only asking for 100,000 because you don't understand your value yet. But this King of Cups energy is, you are starting, because you're becoming more mature, you understand the path that you're on and you want to stay in alignment with it, and you're mature enough to do so. So yeah, making strong judgments around so this is the energy of it's a pink dragon and green dragon, and she's flying through the sky. She's upside down in one and she's right side up in the other. So she appears in 2 cards, but it's about the cosmic heart. So what's good for the entire world. And then it's also about having strong judgment in your love life. And this one is about cosmic justice. So this is talking about like the broader, universal love, and then being unfettered in that. And then the other one is falling upside down. And it's her saying is, falling and failing in love is a matter of I. Exactly what we're talking about here. You have to be strong within yourself to attract a strong partner. And then we have the Libra energy. Yeah, clarifying that. The Libra energy is when this sign represents being a mature adult, ready for marriage, ready for the responsibility, someone who loves to socialize and, has a lot of anticipation for the future, and they've learned not to have expectations that are limiting them. And so this is all, like, that's just confirming that energy there, that is over. And so this is actually about your commitment, marriage, and partnerships in that house. And this one is about the death of this energy. So this is about secrets and shared resources, etc. And then this one here is about the energy of the higher learning and travel. So I feel like that's the energy coming in from the new moon energy, like the new energy, rebirth. And so this energy is coming in from the moon. So that is saying that there is reckless abandon, and reckless, W-R-E-C-K. So when you have discipline of your mind, then you have freedom, the freedom to move forward how you want. And that's what this new moon is about. Awesome. Yeah. And then the wish comes true if you have a good attitude. There we have it. So that's representing this energy down here. And then we have here jealousy. So this energy is, there could be people that are jealous regarding this energy, but we're all part of the planet. We're all siblings on the planet. And this energy is talking about, maybe you've had some energy in the past that hasn't been beneficial for you in your love life, but this energy is now, I'd rather be better than bitter. So awesome energy. And look at that, now you're going to receive that pentacle because you've matured to be the emperor, to match the empress energy. Love it. This is awesome energy. This is awesome advice, Aquarius. Thank you for your wisdom. If you have enjoyed this reading, please do like and comment. Consider subscribing if you resonate with the energy of the channel. And I will be back with another reading for you at the end of the month. Bye for now. Okay, Stella, now that you're being good, I have to wake you up. Yeah.